Hello students, welcome back to yet another session of our English subject. Today we are going to learn a new poem. Today we will start with lesson number 29, A Lark. This is a short, a simple poem which tells you a new meaning of a life. In this poem, the poet is trying to deal with two different living beings and wants to know whether these two living beings wishes to exchange their life with each other and wants to see how the life of other person is. So let us understand what does the poet wants to explain and tell us in this beautiful poem, A Lark. So my dear students, the poem, A Lark, is written by Lawrence Alma Tadema. The poet is Lawrence Alma Tadema. In this poem, he throws light on how we are not happy in the situation we are in and long to be someone or something beyond what we are. That means, in this poem, A Lark, the poet is trying to explain us with a beautiful example that many a times it happens that we are not happy with who we are or what we are, and looking at other things around us, we feel that maybe I would have been someone like him or like her. Many a times we feel that, oh, how boring my life is. Oh, look at Sachin Tendulkar. What beautiful life he's having. Oh, see Aishwarya Rai. What wonderful life she lives. So we feel that let us be like someone who we are not. This is what the poem is trying to explain in this poem. So the poet has beautifully illustrated. Illustrated means given an example in this poem where he asks both the lark bird, which you can see on your screen, and the goldfish if they were really happy and not very tired of the life they lead, means the life which they are living. A lark bird has a bird and a goldfish has a fish living in the water, and the lark bird flying in the open sky. So the poet just wants to know whether both of them, they are happy with the life they are living in. So let us understand this beautiful poem. So first, my dear children, I will read the complete poem for you. You will quietly listen, understand, and then you will on your own learn the poem. Poem number 29, Poem 29, A Lark, written by Lawrence Alma Tadema. Lark bird, soaring high, are you never weary when you reach the empty sky? Are the clouds not dairy? Don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? Goldfish, goldfish, diving deep, are you never sad, say? When you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad, say? Don't you sometimes long to sing and be a larkbird on the wing? So I hope, my dear students, you all have understood. Once again, I will read out this poem for you. Poem 29, A Lark, written by Lawrence Alma Tadema. Lark bird, soaring high, are you never weary when you reach the empty sky? Are the clouds not dairy? Don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? Goldfish, goldfish, diving deep, are you never sad, say? when you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad, say? Don't you sometimes long to sing and be a larkbird on the wing? Well, my dear students, now let us understand this poem one by one, that is each stanza. So the first stanza where the poet asks the larkbird who is soaring high up in the sky. Soaring here means flying or rising high up in the sky. The poet is asking the larkbird which is flying high up in the sky that whether it is never tired or exhausted. Now how do you know whether it is tired or exhausted? So the first and the second lines tell you, larkbird, larkbird soaring high, are you never very? Very means you are very tired, you are exhausted with your life, you feel very bored in your life. What does the second, the third and the fourth line tell? When you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dairy? So the poet here is asking the larkbird that when you fly high up in the sky and when you reach in that empty sky, the clouds are not dairy. Clouds are not dairy means the word dairy over here means dull, gloomy. Means there is nothing. The clouds are quiet, silent, grayish color. There is nothing light. There is no light in the sky. They are very dull. So when you reach this dull clouds high up in the sky, don't you feel bored? Don't you get tired? And then the poet asks the larkbird, which you can see on the screen, that like if I wonder that don't you sometimes feel that when you're flying high up in the sky, looking down on the earth, looking in the water, the goldfish which is there in the water, don't you feel sometimes to be like the silent goldfish in the sea? How the goldfish quietly in the silent manner enjoying the water in the sea. So don't you sometimes long to be? Long to be means you wish something to. Okay, you wish badly that something you should do or something should happen. So you long to be a silent goldfish in the sea. So this is what the poem is asking the larkbird, that when you are soaring high, soaring means flying or rising high up in the sky. When you are tired or when you are exhausted, you are very means tired. And when you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dairy? Dairy over here means they are dull, they are boring, okay? And don't you sometimes long to be? Long to be means a phrase where the poet is asking that don't you badly wish to do something other than being just a bird and fly up in the sky? Don't you long to be just like that silent goldfish, like the fishes which swim in the water, in the cold, cool water? So this is what the poet is asking the larkbird, who is a bird, don't you feel to be like a fish? Now let's see what the second stanza tries. What is the poet is telling in the second stanza? In the second stanza, the poet is asking the goldfish. He's talking to the goldfish. Goldfish, goldfish, diving deep. Here, the word diving deep. What does word diving mean? Diving means a position in which you plunk your head first into water with arm raised over one's head. That is, the people who know swimming, you may be knowing what is the meaning of diving. You jump into the water. That is what the picture is showing you, to dive into the water. So the goldfish diving deep into the water. Are you never sad? Say, don't you feel sad that every time you just have to take a deep into the water? When you feel the cold waves creep. The meaning of creep, move slowly and quietly. When you creep means in the water, you take a dive and slowly you move ahead. So when you feel the cold waves, the water is cold, so the cold waves which are there in the water, they move over your body. Are you really glad? Means when these cold waves, they move over your body, do you feel happy? Are you glad? Don't you sometimes long to sing? Here again the poet is asking the goldfish that don't you long, that don't you wish to sing? Sing like whom? Sing like the lark bird on the wing. That is the lark bird who is flying high up in the sky. Don't you feel that the way the birds fly in the sky, the way they chirp, they sing, Don't you feel that you could also fly high up in the sky and sing the song and enjoy the beauty of the nature? So here the poet with these two beautiful examples is trying to explain us that how sometimes we long to be someone or something beyond what we are. So it is said, there is a very nice proverb which is used in English, that the proverb says that the grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is always greener on the other side means that we feel that we are really living a life which is very bored and dull. But on the other side, there are people who are enjoying, who are having all the masti in their life. But it is always not the same, right? The coin has two sides. Both the sides we cannot see at the same time. But both the side has its own importance. Similarly, in our life also, who we are, what we are, how we are, it is important to us, and it is how we portray or show others and help others with what we are, and how helpful we are to others, and how others can be helpful to us. So with this beautiful poem, Lawrence Alma Tadema has given us a beautiful example of our life. So with this, we come to the end of the explanation of this poem. Dear children, please read the poem A Lark from your textbook, page number 71. Read the poem, understand the poem. It's a very beautiful poem. The notes are sent to you in the PDF form. You will write it in beautiful handwriting in your English notebook. Thank you, my dear children.